She can hear us. We've got everybody. Okay, well, we're gonna get rocking and rolling, everyone, because we have a date night tonight.
Yeah.
Anyone want to guess what we're doing for date night tonight, just for fun?
It
involves plaid.
It involves plaid.
Axe throwing.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're going axe throwing. So, welcome everyone to our Discover Trent tonight. Whether you have been invited or you're watching the replay, we want to hear if you are watching the replay as well. I'm so excited because I'm here with Nancy and Beth, and all of us have been taking the products for a while, as well as Trent. And we actually started, you guys, around the same time back in September, taking the products. And we were just talking about how amazing we're feeling. I got to talk to Beth today, and that's really why we're here, just to share our personal stories and share a little bit more about the company and the products. So I have been equally blown away by the products as I have been by the business opportunity. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Benny Martin. I've been in the industry for about 7 years of direct sales. Before that, I was actually in social work. I'm a mom. We're both single parents. And yeah, I heard that this business was new and the products were amazing. So I tried a liquid collagen. After 2 weeks, I was blown away. And I knew Nance was having surgery. And I was like, man, if I knew about this collagen before I had my surgery, I would have loved to have known about it. So that's what we're here doing, is really sharing. And then I did resign from my previous company in December and come over. And I am earning more now than I was monthly at my previous company. So the opportunity is amazing. We just launched in Canada in August officially, the UK in October, and it is just an amazing place to be. So I'm going to share a little bit more about the company, and then I'm going to pass it over to Nance here. So bear with me. Technology is never my strong suit, but I have my techie here with me. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we want to hear from you guys. He's laughing at me because of the way I do my slideshow, but that's okay.
That's okay. You do you. I'll do me.
All right, so we want to hear your biggest health challenge or goal for 2023. We have gut health, we have focus, we have mood, mental health, energy, pain. We want to hear what you guys have going on. I know when I discovered Trent, my number one goal was actually energy. I wanted more energy. I was really tired and I felt depleted. Anybody else out there ever feel like depleted and exhausted? Yeah. So we live in a busy world. We are one of the sickest generations. And I think we all can use a little extra help with our health goals. So for me, really all of these were part of the equation. And we're going to have some amazing testimonies tonight about these as well. Trent has a variety of different products. We're going to focus on our favorites, but they have products in fitness, energy and vitality, weight management, beauty, and total wellness. So the company Trent, it took me actually a few weeks to be able to say the word, is a French word, and it means to change life with stealth. And you're going to hear from Beth and Nancy and a few other people who have seen tremendous results in just a short period of time, from a day to 5 days to a couple of weeks. And the mission of the company is to change 1 billion lives for good in their first 30 years. And that's a pretty big goal. So we're excited to be on that mission with them. And I know Nancy, Beth, and I, this is our favorite thing here, is the commitment to the quality. So most of our products are based on raw whole foods. So that means they're not synthetics. A lot of products on the market are synthetics. Trent will go grab a synthetic so we can see the difference. As well as we have proprietary formulas. So for example, our collagen has 7 patents. That's how unique it is. We use advanced technologies. So everything is top of the line. We're really going to have an impact with these products. third-party validation, GMP certification. This stands for Good Manufacturing Practice. And just a little info on how to read a label or tell if it's a synthetic product. This, for example, was a very expensive multivitamin. And when I looked at it, if you look for vitamin C in a product and it says ascorbic acid, that is a synthetic. So for example, our collagen is an antioxidant formula, and there are things like Indian gooseberry, green tea extract, so real whole raw foods, and our fortify is acerola cherries. But by far, my favorite thing is the tens and thousands of testimonies of people using the products and seeing results. We also have our transparency promise, and this is sort of like our never list. These are things you're never going to find in the products. Everything is gluten-free on the label. There's no parabens, no artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners. It is sugar-free, and they are really good quality. So that is a little bit about the company and the formulation of the products. We're going to deep dive into some of our favorites. And there's also a scientific advisory board. So these are a bunch of, sorry, someone else is coming in here. Doctors and scientists that have come up with the products to be the best of the best on the market. We love that as a private company, so they're really out to make the best for people. I'm going to pass it over to Nance, who's going to talk about one of our favorite products, and that is the enriched digestive enzyme.
Hey, so thank you so much, Benny. That was amazing. Yeah, I'm like so loving this company, and I'm so glad that I'm with this company. And yeah, I'm just so excited. Okay, so we're just gonna jump right on it. So Enrich was one of the ones that totally was like a game changer for me. Dealing with constipation my whole life, this has totally helped my bathroom game. It's a game changer. So here I'm going to show you, I'm going to demonstrate while I talk. So most of us in life right now, we're eating processed food, probably way too much processed food than we should. Right. But like I know here in Thunder Bay, it's winter. We don't have fresh produce. Produce in the store is kind of meh. So most people grab the processed food. So this is example of processed food. It is processed pudding. Legit, there's pretty much nothing really in here. It's like dead food. So if I pour it like this, nothing's coming. So we're going to show you what it's going to do. These Enrich, what it's going to do inside it. Okay. So these are like veggie capsules. You can see it. Yeah. So this is a veggie capsule. So we're just going to open it up and put it in, and we're going to pretend this is our gut. So our gut is full of villi in our lining, our digestive system. So villi are like finger-like things that are going to move everything around in your digestive system. But what happens is that most humans have too much impacted feces. So we're full of poop. So we want to get that out, right? So we need good digestive enzymes. So what I love about this is that it's a full spectrum too. We got probiotics, we got prebiotics, and digestive enzymes. So it's going to work with that food, and it's just going to make everything come out. And you're not going to get diarrhea, because even people who suffer from diarrhea, when they use this, it helps them so much. They're not running to the bathroom like they usually do. So I just got a fork and I'm just turning it like this, and it works so quick. It's crazy. And if you suffer from like heartburn after, you can just open up a tablet, put it in your mouth, and take some water, and boom, it's like magic, you guys. So you seen that pudding when I dumped it over the first time, and now look at that. It's literally like chocolate milk. It just so runny. So it is totally going to help. But what is so important is gut health, right? It's all about gut health. Your gut literally runs everything. If you're not pooping things out, you're going to be full of junk, and your brain's not going to work. Nothing in your body is really going to work. So this is literally going to change your gut health. You're going to put that good, the probiotics in there, and it's just so good. It's amazing. So that is my number one game-changing product, Enrich. Love it. Can't be without it.
Awesome. And we have a few others here that have amazing Enrich testimonies. So as Nance was saying, your gut is really the cornerstone for all health, immune system, hormone health, and it is so important. I want to hear in the comments, what are some other common digestive challenges? Nance, you mentioned a few. Trent, do you want to share your experience with the Enrich?
I would love to. Thanks, Benny. So I used to have pretty chronic heartburn, I would say pretty much daily with anything I ate. And Benny used to always ask me, well, what gives you heartburn? Well, I'd list off foods and she's like, that's everything they eat. So
It's true.
pretty much once in a while I'd have a day where I didn't have it. But so I started taking the enzymes, and within, I think, a week and a half, Benny said to me, you haven't complained about heartburn for about a week. And I was like, oh, really? I haven't. Yeah. And it's funny because sometimes with these products, other people notice first. They say like, you're walking better, whatever. But anyway, sorry, I'm digressing here, but my heartburn has been gone since September. And that's a crazy thing. I've had it most of my adult life. So I'm blown away. And on top of that, like with getting rid of the impacted feces that Nancy was talking about, and just digesting better, I lost about 8 to 10 pounds in 2 weeks without changing anything in my diet or my exercise routine. So it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Awesome is that? And you aren't on any like Tums or any of that stuff?
None. No, I used to eat them by the handful.
Yeah, some
And
people
he used to take so many different things for his heartburn, and really it was a Band-Aid solution. We were talking about this the other day. With the digestive enzymes and that pre and probiotic, you're actually healing your gut. So the other week you missed taking your enzymes and you didn't get heartburn. So it's so amazing. Beth, do you want to jump on and share your experience with the Enrich?
Sure, I'd love to. So I have fibromyalgia. I've had it since I was in my 20s. One of the things that often happens with things like fibromyalgia is it often comes with IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. And in my case, what that meant was that I would normally go about every 1 to 2 weeks, because it got to the point where this was happening almost weekly, maybe not quite weekly, but certainly I wouldn't go more than 2 weeks without having this situation where I would get kind of just massive cramping and then couldn't be very far away from the bathroom for about 12 to 24 hours. And that can be very inconvenient when you're out shopping. I remember times when I was out shopping and I was like, oh my God, I have to find a bathroom now, which can really be very problematic. And I started taking a couple of products, the Glow, the Optimize, and Enrich, all at the same time. And I think the Enrich is what basically did this. Was, I never really thought about it because I was so blown away by what Glow was doing for me until January, when all of a sudden I kind of went, I have not had an IBS attack in months. I honestly don't think I'd had one since I'd started using these products. I really could not believe it. I was like, wow. And now it's, 2-3 months later. So I'm going on 6 months without having problems with IBS. I think I've had 2 minor issues. One of them lasted maybe 2 hours instead of 12. And the other one, I was in Mexico. So I just chalked that up to whatever I happened to eat when I was in Mexico, because that happens in Mexico. Yeah, so going from an episode every 1 to 2 weeks to 1 episode in 6 months, that's a massive win for me. So
That's amazing. And on the Mexico note, I know Nance also took them on her Mexico trip. We're going to Mexico actually with the company. And I have a few friends who have purchased the enzymes to take to Mexico just to help with traveling. So that is our Enrich. This is one of our favorite products for sure. The next one I'm going to talk about is my first love with Trent, and that was our Glow Collagen. So for me, I have had chronic plantar fasciitis for about 8 years, to the point where I couldn't wear any hard soled shoes, including my Blundstones, any cute boots, high heels, none of those kind of things. Everything would seem to set it off. And I would have weeks and months where I was in rehab, physio, athletic therapy. I think I've bought every gadget off of Amazon that you could possibly find. As well as I had a hip injury from a jazzercise class in my late 20s. So one of the things that happens with collagen is we stop producing it after our 20s. So by the time you're over 35, is everybody on here over 35? You're usually collagen depleted. So that's why when we get injured or, we have things happening, it's very letting one more person in, that we don't recover as quickly, or those injuries just kind of keep around. So 2 weeks on the Glow Collagen, and I got up in the morning and my feet weren't hurting. And I thought, oh my goodness. And then I noticed my hip wasn't hurting anymore. And there were certain activities that really set off my hip and my feet. And I have tested it to the max in the last 6 months, including wearing high heels, cowboy boots, all those things I couldn't do. The other thing for me was my hair just wouldn't stop growing past about shoulder length. And my hair now, I just got out of the shower, but you can see how long it is. And the other thing I noticed was, well, actually Trent noticed this one first, is I stopped shedding. So before I had hair, he'd find it in his beard, on his car, and his couch, like you name it, my hair was everywhere. And now when I take a shower, there's maybe 2 strands on the shower rather than a big clump of hair. So that is what I've noticed from the collagen. This is Nancy's going to take a shot right now and show you how it's done. So shot time. You are 3 hours ahead. We like to take our collagen at night. It's going to help you sleep, repair your body. And not all collagen is the same. So this one is very unique. I have now seen almost every collagen on the market, and it just makes me so excited because ours really is the best. So a few things that set it apart. Number one is it's a type 1 collagen. So we're made up as humans of type 1 collagen. So we want to supplement with type 1. The other thing is that it has 10 grams of protein per serving and 11 grams of collagen peptides. So the peptides are the smallest molecule. And we use an antioxidant blend to help break those collagen molecules down into the smaller peptides. Now, most companies will use a solvent, a chemical, or a synthetic vitamin to do that. I have not seen a single other collagen that uses real fruit enzymes to break down the collagen. Then we also have a clinical dose of biotin and hyaluronic acid. So the hyaluronic acid is like WD-40 for your joints. And this is the other thing I noticed the other day was my shoulder and hip sounded like popcorn when I would move and wake up in the morning, and I don't have that anymore. So this I cannot say more good things about. I absolutely love it. Nancy, you want to share your experience? Because I literally phoned her and I was like, Nancy, you need this before surgery. Honestly, I was so excited to be able to share it with you because you're on.
Yeah. So if you don't know, I had some major surgery in November. I had umbilical hernia repair. I had muscle repair, and I had a full tummy tuck because I lost 120 pounds, all natural. So that was pretty awesome. So I got all that removed. And so I did a collagen load before surgery. And then I just took collagen load is taking 3 times the amount of collagen for a month. And then I just went on to the regular regimen of 1 shot a day. And my surgeon, when I went in for my after my checkup, I went in to see him, and he literally was calling everybody in. He's like, look at her scar. He was blown away. He's like, oh my God. He's like, this is amazing. So he was just blown away at the healing of my scar because I'm cut right across. And it's just healing beautifully. I also had liposuction on the side, and I was like, if I lose more weight? He's like, no, I do liposuction for the contouring. And with liposuction, if anybody has ever watched the shows or seen anybody who's had liposuction, it is like getting beaten up. I had zero bruising. Like I had no bruising. It was incredible. Like just, yeah, blown away by the results. It's fabulous for sure.
And I'm going to get a little personal with you guys because we're on this call tonight. But I had surgery 2.5 years ago. I had a breast reduction, and my surgeon told me, you probably will never get feeling back. And I was like, that's okay. This is definitely what I want. And 2 months into taking the Glow Collagen, I was in the shower and it felt like a hailstorm. And I was like, what is happening? And I could feel. So remember, we were talking about collagen, the connective tissue, everything. So 2.5 years after my surgery, she said I probably had like a 10% chance of the nerves coming back. And then the scar on the side, I got out of the shower after about 2 weeks taking the collagen, and I could visibly see that my scars from 2.5 years were fading. And so that is why I called Nancy, because I was like, whoa. And I was really bruised, and my, so anybody you know who's having surgery, this is amazing. So speaking of which, Beth, do you want to come on? Beth is preparing for surgery, and she's going to tell you though, before, how life has changed.
I would love to talk about this. So I've already said that I have fibromyalgia, but in the last couple of years, I developed osteoarthritis, and I knew that was coming because my mother had osteoarthritis. But I developed it in my knees, and I was told about a year ago, a little less than a year ago now, that I was going to need knee replacements on my left knee. They were putting me on the list. My right knee would probably follow about a year or two later. And I got notification last week that April 27th is the day that I'm actually going to go and get the knee replacement on my left knee. But last summer, before I talked to Benny and found out about this wonderful product, I was in such a bad state. Like I literally needed a cane to walk from one end of my house to the other. I couldn't take the dog for a walk. I couldn't go out or anything. And I was just in constant pain. And you don't realize how problematic that really is until you're in a state where, you can't do all the things you're used to being able to do, because you can't walk and you can't take the dog out and you can't stand there and play with your grandkids or watch them outside playing without trying to find somewhere to sit down, because you just can't be on your feet for more than 15 minutes at a time. And that's kind of where I was at. And I was really, to be honest, I was getting quite depressed about it. It was not an easy thing to be thinking about. And then Benny called me and said, I think that this might help you. So I'm like, you know what? I'll try anything at this point, because I'm kind of getting desperate. And I was rather skeptical. I didn't really think it was going to do that much, but I figured I'd try it. I cannot believe the difference it has made, to be honest. I mean, within 4 days, I noticed I was not as stiff. Within a week, my daughter, I know, Trent, you mentioned that, other people notice certain things. My daughter said to me, Mom, you're walking like a normal person again. I wasn't doing that really stiff-legged. When your knees are bothering you, you tend to swing from the hip instead of the knees because it hurts to bend your knees. So I was walking normal again. And I don't use the cane most of the time. I only use it when I know I'm going to be on my feet for a long time and I want to give myself that extra support, because I am still bone on bone on my knees, but I don't have the same level of pain. And I am just so surprised at how this has changed my life. It has completely changed my quality of life. It's like huge. And then I think it's also helping to repair my gut lining, which is then in turn making a whole lot of other things feel better, because I feel healthier now than I have probably in almost 10 years. So
amazing. And collagen, it makes up our gut lining, our bone matrix, our so many different things in our body that
connective tissues, that we see such amazing results, and the quality really does make a difference. So I was taking a powdered collagen
for 2 years with no noticeable results. So that is our collagen. We cannot say enough about it, but we're gonna move on. I'm gonna briefly talk about the Optimize. This is one of our new favorites. I know that Nance also took this for surgery. This is a proteolytic enzyme, and it acts like a Pac-Man on rogue protein and inflammation in your body. So this can really help with pain. It can really help fight viruses. And it can really help with so many different things. It's got turmeric in it. Trent, do you want to share our most recent testimony with this one?
Absolutely, because it's pretty amazing. But I'll start by saying that it was actually developed for professional athletes to get on the field twice as fast. So it helps with recovery and repair. So for me, I've had since COVID started, and we had the shutdown starting, I got a bit of a cold. I don't think it was COVID, but I got a cough. And when my cold went away, my cough stayed, and I had a little tickle in my throat, just right at the base of my throat. And I had that most of the time since like 2020 or 2021, whenever that was. And it's been, it's one of those pet peeves that Benny has, is me coughing when we're talking and stuff like that. And I started taking that about a month and a half ago, maybe, or a month ago. And within a week, my cough was gone. So, and it blew me away, because Benny said to me, she said, well, maybe try it, because it helps with some allergies and all that kind of stuff. And it's just been amazing. And it hasn't been back at all. So,
and one of the things with these products, as we were saying, they're raw whole food. So you can do something called loading, as Nance was talking about with the collagen, but same thing. You don't want to be popping painkillers, but the Optimize, Trent was taking it morning and night for the first week, just to like really get it in his system, because they're all plant-based. Nance, do you want to add anything about the Optimize?
Yeah, so the Optimize is great because I suffer from migraines, like headaches and stuff like that. And I've replaced Tylenol with this now, because that's helping. And too, with Optimize, like Trent said, like for the recovery after, I'm a CrossFitter, and sometimes, well, not sometimes, I took like 3 months off because of my surgery. So getting back in the gym, my time was great. I'm not lifting as heavy, because I'm slowly getting back, but, I had the soreness in my quads, like, when you can't even sit on the toilet, you're like, oh, and then I was like, oh my God, I forgot to take my Optimize. And then after every workout, as soon as I come in, I take my Optimize, and it's like, I have no delayed muscle soreness after. So usually when you work out the next day, you wake up and you're like, everything's sore. I don't have that anymore, because I'm remembering when I come in to take this. So it's amazing.
And it'll do the same thing for recovering from surgery as well. So that one's amazing. The other one I'm just going to mention super briefly is the Renew. This is an antioxidant. It's a vitamin E. It was developed by a doctor named Dr. Barry Tan. You can look him up. And I actually have his book. I'm going to take this on the plane with me when I go to Utah. And he's written a whole book on this vitamin E. So most vitamin E are lab derived, as we were talking about, synthetic, or they come from wheat or rice. This one comes from the annatto tree in the Amazon, and it is 50 times more potent. It can help balance your blood sugars, your hormones, lower cholesterol, and it is absolutely amazing. So if you want more information on that, just put Renew in the comments and we can get you some more. And then the last one, because I know we all love it, and I was just actually giving Trent a tutorial on how to put a skin cream on for all those ladies out there. This is our Rejuvenate Skin Cream. It is an all-in-one. It replaces your retinol, your vitamin C, your under eye cream, your night cream, your day cream. Like one pump does it all. Men can use it as well. Trent was just putting it on. And it is like Spanx for your face. Our really good friend Jen just sent us her pictures, and she's been taking the collagen and using the Rejuvenate. And, we just look so much younger. It's amazing.
Yeah, even Beth, you look amazing. Like the difference, holy, it's amazing.
Oh, I know. When I first I took the picture, that first picture the day before I started using Rejuvenate. And then I took a picture a month later and I was like, oh my goodness, I could not believe the difference. And of course, now, a few months later, it's even more pronounced. I think Benny is trying to find that
Yeah,
picture right
sorry.
now.
I'm trying to find the pictures here. And
Yeah.
my computer's gone all wacky.
But what I love too about the Rejuvenate, like this one pump literally does my face, neck, and my top of my hands. Because as a woman, lots of times, like our face is like when we age, we put all the stuff on our face, but we always forget about our neck and like the top of our neck, like our chest. So always putting it there because that's where we will develop wrinkles too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
This part shows age a lot faster than everything else.
exactly. So like the one pump does my face, my neck, and my hands. It's amazing. And I don't know if these have opened, like once your bottle's empty and you take the top off, it's amazing how this thing literally, like there's still some product in there, but not compared to like other jars. Like this literally gets so much out. It's amazing.
So on that note, we're going to show you some photos. On the left here, this is one of our good friends, Nicole, and she sent me these photos and I was blown away. We've known her a really long time. She took the Glow, the Mojo, and the Enrich. Oh, we didn't talk about the Mojo.
Oh, we got to talk.
You want to talk about that really quick?
Yeah, I could totally talk about that. So Mojo and Zest are two like nootropic kind of drinks. So where do I have it? Right here. So here I have the Zest in the box. I have the packages that I can take and throw in my purse. It's like our coffee or hot chocolate. So that is really good. And then I have the Zest. I have the peach, roasted peach lavender. It is so amazing. These all help to improve circulation, endurance, stamina, helps with your heart, and it also curbs hunger, which is amazing, right? But what I love is that I used to take, I had another pre-workout drink in my, CrossFit life. And I just look at all the junk that's in it from like all the different dyes that I'm trying to eliminate from my whole family's diet. It had dyes in there, artificial junk and stuff like that. So I just started taking the Zest energizing focus blend. So it also is like a brain boosting, like laser focus. It's amazing. My workouts have never been so incredible. I'm so full of energy. Like I just feel so much stronger. And like even Jen was like, oh my God, like she PR'd like personal bests with her weightlifting. So I can't wait to like when I could start lifting heavy again. Like, oh my God, I just love it so much for working out. So that's my little.
And I've been a coffee drinker. I love good coffee. I switched to Mojo in September because coffee didn't love my gut and I was having other health stuff happening. And I will never switch back. My energy has increased. And I realized the other day that I have not needed a second coffee in the afternoon like I used to. So I'm actually saving money because I used to go to Starbucks like 3 times in the afternoon or the coffee shop to get a pick-me-up in the afternoon. And I haven't needed that. So I love that they're really simple things. A shot at night of collagen, super easy to do. Swapping your coffee for a functional coffee, really easy to do. Switching out your pre-workout. And there's so many other health benefits that come along with it. So you can see here on the left is our friend Nicole. She was taking the Glow, the Mojo, and the Enrich. And you can just see her body has changed. And that's 14 days. And she lost about 7 pounds, but it really was mostly just her body. And then this is Trent here on the right. And he was sharing about his heartburn, but the side effect was he lost about 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks. So that's pretty amazing. This here is our friend Leslie. She called me after a month on the Glow and she was like, I can't find them. And I was like, can't find what? She's like, my varicose veins. And you can see the freckle on her leg. She had to look for the freckle because she was like, maybe it was the wrong leg. Where did they go? And then this is Nancy's picture of one of her scars there. And you can see just how well it's healing. This is me. You can see on the left, That was the longest I had ever grown my hair in the past 8 years. That's as long as it would grow. And you can see how long it is now. My nails, and this is the scar I was telling you about. This is our friend Tina, who actually heard Beth sharing about her experience with the glow. And same thing, she was very skeptical. She said, I'm not sure if it's going to work for me. And within about a month, she was blown away. She had severe arthritis, and she's also on the list for a knee replacement. And she is now walking, you can see here on the right, without her brace and without her cane. So that is pretty phenomenal. And then right here on the left, I have known Beth a very long time. And when I saw her for the first time after 2 months of being on these products, my jaw almost hit the floor. She looked like a younger version of herself. And, but not only that, Beth, you have this like lightness and energy about you that I haven't seen. And it's just amazing. And then here is my face as well. And we have 2 testimony groups, and whoever invited you tonight can add you. Ripple Effect or Change Life. And this is a great place where you can look up for other things. So for example, maybe you're dealing with blood sugar or hormones, and you can do some research on what's working for other people. And that's actually sort of how we found out about the Optimize for Trent's cough, is we just started researching what was working for other people. So those are amazing. And then I want to hear from you guys. Out of everything we shared tonight, which is the one that is jumping out at you? We talked about the collagen, the digestive enzyme. We talked about the Optimize, the Renew, that amazing face cream, the Rejuvenate. We want to hear in the comments, which one are you most excited about? And then we're going to share how you can get them, because I know when I saw those photos, I was like, when can I get my hands on this? So you can order either as an associate or a customer. And we have some special promos for anyone who's on the call. So whoever reached out to you will, whoever invited you will reach out and share that with you. But you can order as an associate or a customer. The main difference is, as an associate, you then get a website. So you can then share your website with your friends and your family, and you can earn commission. So about 25 to 30% off the products you sell. So for example, I got really excited about the collagen, and then Nancy wanted to try it and Beth wanted to try it. So then you can earn some commission. I always like to compare it to like a favorite restaurant you have, or, you know, something else that you really love. Our favorite restaurant is
Shizan Sushi.
If you're in Victoria, you should definitely go. However, when we go to Shizan, we just went on Friday night, they never hand us a check for sharing with our friends. So that's what we love about this multiple revenue streams. On top of that, there are 6 other ways to earn commissions, incentive trips, the Jeep program, and lots of other things. And both Nancy and Beth have hit that rank, Trent and I as well. A few other things I always like to mention. It's another 10% off, either as a customer or associate, when you sign up for subscription, and you can turn that on and off anytime. Another 4% off when you order 3 or more products, and another 4%. So a total of 8 or 18 on subscription with 5 or more products. So who doesn't like to save money? And the other thing when you're an associate is you can choose one of the associate bundles. I have one regret of joining Trent. Do you guys want to hear it? I did not order the platinum pack. I got the silver wellness, and I came to one of these talks and I immediately wanted to try some more products. So, you know, similar to if you're going into a grocery store to make a meal, you don't want to just get a protein and a vegetable. You kind of want one from each department. That's kind of how I look at Trent's products. We have things for mental health. We have things for fitness. We have things for digestion. So I know now we've tried almost every one of those products, and it's a huge saving. You get discount coupons for your friends, and you save a ton of money. Anything you want to add to this, Nance?
Just, yeah, like I'm super disappointed I didn't, because you only get this opportunity once to get these humongous discounts. And I'm just super, disappointed that I didn't go this route to get that platinum one, because it's the biggest savings. Like, oh my gosh, I wish I could like do it again.
Yeah. So if I had a friend that was like telling me, I would have been just like, yeah, get the platinum. There's also the gold, the silver wellness. They're all incredible. And there really is a price point for everyone, which I love. And I'm just going to point out one of my favorite things about the business is the Jeep program. So Trent and I are both single parents. He has a full-time job as a drafter. I am a stay-at-home mom, and we're both driving new Jeeps, you guys. And this was not our life 3 months ago. This is our friend Nicole with her Jeep, and my friend Leslie with her Jeep. She dropped by as soon as she bought it to share with me. So there are just so many incredible things about the business. Does anyone have any questions for us about the products or about the business or about anything else? You have us here and our attention if you have anything you want to ask.
Do you guys have like a, excuse me, a monthly quota that you have to hit each month in order to stay like qualified as a representative?
That is an awesome question. And I am happy to say, no, there's no monthly quota. So in order to earn off customers, you need to have a certain volume. But for example, if you don't do anything for 6 months and you decide to purchase again, it's totally fine. So there's no monthly fees, which we love. There's no monthly quotas. And probably one of my favorite things about this business model is all the volume flows up. So for example, when people join, we have to place people somewhere so we can help people build in this business. So one of the things that I know we're loving is we can help people win. That's a really good question. Any other questions? Awesome. Okay, I love it. Thank you for being on, everyone. And we'll reach out to everyone who jumped on tonight. Thank you, Beth and Trent and Nance, for sharing and being here. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, have a fun date night, you guys.
We will.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
guys.